Your wife now calls you her cover model because you are just ripped and awesome. Like you've created this amazing physique. What's it like for you as a man now to have your wife say things to you like that, being 42? Because for most guys, that's something that you stop hearing when you're, past your 20s and 30s, but you've reinvigorated this body. What's it done for your marriage? What's it done for your relationship? And maybe a little more about your kids too. I know we've touched on that, but I want to hear about that because I think that's an added benefit from this stuff that not enough people hear stories about.
Let's start with my kids. My kids are too young to really understand body dysmorphia. What is an obese and what's not? To them, it's just, that's daddy, that's mommy. So for my kids, they see daddy and they're like, well, those are muscles. And I'm like, yeah. And before that, there wasn't. It was like, oh, daddy, you got a squishy tummy. Squishy tummy. I remember my little girl, squishy tummy, and she used to bounce off my tummy. You have fun with it, and it's just who you are. But now it's the opposite. Now she hits me, and it's like, daddy, you're too hard. So it's the norm of the kids is what I'm trying to say. Their norm is seeing daddy fit. So I'm taking away that dynamic of what daddy was like before that. I ate chips all the time, and I ate 4 to 6 pieces of bread per day with peanut butter and jam or whatever. I had all these various things that were just, when you really look at it, they're just not good habits, and they're watching. My wife, when we talk about the dynamic of how she sees me, it's twofold. One side is she loves it. She looks at me and she's amazed, and she wants to touch me.
That's a good thing.
And I'm like, that is a good thing. I'm like, hello, who as a married man would not want their wife to touch them? Mm-hmm. And for me, that's a part of what we call one of my love languages, physical touch.
Physical touch, yeah.
So that physical touch is something that affirms me as a man. So I didn't have that for years, and I knew it, but now that it's happening and she's coming to me and gravitating to me and it's affirming me without her even telling me. Mm-hmm. And that's huge. And I know that she's attracted to me. She's not just saying, oh, it's okay that you have a few more extra pounds. I'll always love you the way that you are. So what you're saying is I'm not attractive. Mm-hmm. It's now it's like, you're hot. Yeah. It's like, you're mine. I'm like, wow. Like those are more than just statements on the side. They're direct statements to me about who I am as her man. So she has taken ownership over who I am.
She's proud of you too. She's damn proud of you.
She's proud, but there's two sides to that. Uh-huh. The other side is sometimes there's a jealousy. It was hard for her to see me getting these results she wanted. So now I'm like, oh no, like now I'm the man that she's known me to be. But I have to be careful how I walk this because I don't want to leave her in the dust. Mm-hmm. I want her to come along in this journey because especially when you're married, everything is a mirror. Mm-hmm. And if I'm completely going on a direction that she's not on board, it's going to take our marriage apart. And I don't want it. In no way did I ever want that. It's those two layers that are absolutely critical for her to know I'm still supporting her. I'm not judging her. I'm not forcing things on her. I'm just trying to be me. And you never know what your wife is going through, or even people around you, what they may think afterwards. I've even had family members that, is he obsessed? Oh, he's going overboard. Oh, it's too much. It's like, you know what? I can understand based on things that I've done in the past or how certain people behave that obsessions is one thing. But when you just are yourself and you continue to, not arrogantly, but with humility, you approach people and you're just who you are, eventually they realize, especially after it's been 1.5 years, that this is a part of what he does. This is who he is. And I'm watching people that doubted and were angry sometimes at me or were very worried about me, that now they're starting to make changes in their lives. Like we have family members, cousins, they're on the program now. They're starting to program. It's we have so there's a ripple effect if it's done with integrity, if it's done consistently.
Yes.
If it's done with vulnerability and humility, because I've always wanted my family to be like this. My wife's always wanted this. But then all of a sudden it's starting to happen. It's like, wait a minute, you're starting to leave me in the dust, but I've always wanted this. So now we're fully aligned. This is a success story to me. This morning, my wife was having a workout downstairs and I was playing with the kids. Some guys are like, what does that mean? My wife and I, for over a decade, can never work out together. There's always a competitive edge. There was always a competitive edge. And it's like that competitive edge has been removed. And just in the last 6 months now, we're doing things together. We've always wanted to do that we couldn't because there was something within ourselves emotionally or with our ego or with our competitiveness that was always getting in the way. So this is mending our hearts as in our marriage, which is incredible.